and welcome to the weekly World Climate Change News. I'm Alexandra, and today we will speak about the following. Young people's climate lawsuits. IPCC report warns there is no time for denial or delay. Code red for human-driven global heating. Climate change threatens less developed countries most. The US mulling a hydrogen economy. Indigenous people, the supreme warriors against climate crisis. Snow leopard conservation. So shall we begin? Young people's climate lawsuits. It has been reported that a number of children and teenagers are suffering from eco-anxiety, a term used to describe chronic fear of environmental doom. Study has shown that climate change has tremendous effect on people's minds, physical body, and community health. Some human health effects even stem directly from natural disasters such as floods, storms, and wildfires. As a consequence, young people all over the world are taking their governments to court and holding them accountable for this impending climate catastrophe. IPCC report warns there is no time for denial or delay. According to a sweeping new analysis released by the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, the effects of climate change are now found everywhere around the globe and are aggravating rapidly. Climate change is already threatening every region on Earth in various ways, from record-breaking droughts and fire conditions in the west of the US to heatwaves in Europe and floodings in Asia. There is no room for doubt any longer about humans' responsibilities for current climate change, says Kim Cobb, a climate scientist at Georgia Tech in Atlanta. Code red for human-driven global heating. The last IPCC report highlights that human influence has warmed the climate at a rate that is unprecedented in at least the last 2,000 years. Scientists are observing changes across the whole of Earth's climate system. The document shows that emissions of GHGs from human activities are responsible for approximately 1.1 degrees Celsius of warming from 1850, and finds that over the next 20 years, global temperature is expected to reach or exceed 1.5 degrees Celsius. But there is still time to limit climate change through strong and sustained reductions of CO2. Climate change threatens less developed countries most. As climate change continues to cause disasters around the world, the least developed countries have been hit disproportionately. The latest report released by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change warns that without drastic measures to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, the climate crisis will continue to worsen and have devastating impacts, especially on vulnerable communities. As the world continues to experience extreme heat waves and dangerous floodings, countries must increase climate finance and enhance adaptation to mitigate the impact of such catastrophic events. The US mulling a hydrogen economy. To address climate change, countries need to turn to clean fuel sources to reduce dangerous emissions from industry and transport. Many researchers believe that hydrogen will be able to be a green power source for the United States, driving its economy forward. A comprehensive 10-year plan will be required so that hydrogen could be used to power the US on a societal level. A hydrogen economy has been pushed by California's governor. Arnold Schwarzenegger is in support for hydrogen vehicles in tackling the air pollution in Los Angeles. Indigenous people, the supreme warriors against climate crisis. Indigenous peoples are the first to face the direct consequences of climate change, due to their close relationship with the environment and its resources. At the same time, indigenous people could offer potentially groundbreaking insight into biodiversity protection and sustainability. Their lands cover at least 32% of the planet's terrestrial realm. However, over a quarter of these areas could face high development pressure in the future, and they urgently need help to withstand a growing number of threats to their way of life. Snow leopard conservation. Researchers say that the study of snow leopard must be ramped to diversify the health of Asia's mountain ecosystems. Snow leopards are particularly under threat due to climate change and retaliatory killing. These animals typically live in the regions of mountain Asia, like India, Nepal, Bhutan, etc. Populations of top predators play a crucial role to keep the fragility of the ecosystem stay intact. The research gaps exist due to the range of regions that these animals live in, as it is difficult for people to reach them and continue to keep track of them. Thank you for watching. This was Alexandra for the Weekly World Climate Change News. I hope you find this interesting, and if you do, give a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, and see you here next week.